Hi, it's Ileana here, and today I am doing episode 1 of the SSP 60 and back, doing the time traveling with the time dilation jump gateways on the Mars military bases. So I will be discussing what I remember from my 60 and back. So, in this episode, basically what I'll be describing is the jumpway gateway portals on the military Mars bases. So, when I was taken in at the age of 15, to the Mars bases through my SSP 16 back, what I noticed is that there's a jump gateway portal on the Mars base run by planetary corporations, and it's through the quantum leap time dilation jump gateway portals. So what happens is that a concurrent reality is created on the 3D dimension reality between the Earth reality timeline and the Mars reality timeline through the dilation sequence of the time travel jump gate. So you're basically taken out of your home. You could be sleeping, you could be awake, but you're taken out of your home through the 0 point time travel jumpway gateway portal. That's the time dilation. So you're taken through that onto Mars, and then you come off the jumpway gate portal, and you see this military style base that you're on. Everybody's wearing a smart suit. That's the uniforms, and you can come off the portal, and you're there at the base. And the portal there's several types of portals there. So what it does is, when you come off the portal, you feel like there's a electromagnetic frequency energy around you as the portal is dematerializing behind you. And there's steps, and you come off of it, and you're in a military base. And you're still wearing whatever clothes you were in from Earth, and you're basically told it is now time for you to do your SSP service. Your qualifications are this and that. For me, it was my psionics abilities, to telepathically communicate with ETs, to receive mind telepathy. So that's why I was selected to do a 60 and back with planetary corporations. And I did about 10 to 12 years working in the cybernetics labs attached to the military Mars bases. That was my work. Working with Neuralink implants, implanting those into human brains, into cyborgs, human biological cyborgs. Also, how adjusting the smart suits, the nanotechnology smart suits, to configure that to the biological cyborgs' bodies to make it fit and function for them based on their DNA profiles. So that was my duties, and to make sure the Neuralink implants work correctly. And going back to the jumpway gate portals, these are small portals. They're not huge, and they are machine run. So they're machinery that create these types of wormholes that are stable on the base where the jumpway gate is, and it creates a time dilation sequence to a specific point in time where you can be taken from Earth to Mars, and it's a smooth transition. Nobody will ever notice that you were missing or that time has passed, because it's a smooth transition. It's time dilation, quantum leap time dilation portals that are run by planetary corporations, and the portal technology is supplied by the time corporations, because they supply the portals to a lot of the secret space program factions that work with planetary corporations as well. But planetary corporations is the main one that gets the time travel technology, because they're closely associated with the time corps. So they have a lot of these different jumpway portals to work with, and these portals are used to basically take civilians from their homes and put them into the SSP program, planetary corporations, or they will take military personnel, US Navy, Army. So there's a lot of different people working on the planetary corporations basis, because there's specific jobs everybody's suited for. I was suited for Neuralink implantation, to implant Neuralinks into other people's brains and to check that the Neuralink implants were working correctly, look after the holographic medical pods to make sure they were working properly. So those were my jobs in the cybernetics labs. That's what I was specifically tasked to do. Also some genetics, to manipulate genetics and make ET human hybrids. So the making of ET human hybrids. That's what I was mainly put to do in my 60 and back for 10 to 12 years, working for the cybernetics labs connected to the military bases. But going back to these portals, like when I would be transferred in, right, for that duration of my 12 years, if I had to go anywhere else, these portals are not just time dilation devices. They're also to transport you from point A to point B on a planet, or off a planet to another planet. These portals are round or they're square in shape, and they're very modular, so they don't take up a lot of space. So you feel like an electromagnetic frequency around you when you're being beamed out and beamed in from the bases, from the Mars military bases. So it's not like, and you see what looks like an electrical charge field or what feels like blue water to you. That's what you see. When you go onto the portal platform, the gateway portal platform, but you don't feel a huge electrical charge. You feel an electrical sensation, a vibration, something, a bit of a vibration, but it's not like electrical static. You sense it a little bit, but you don't really feel it. And then you're transported, dematerialized, and you materialize elsewhere on another base, in a cybernetics laboratory underground, the base. So it's you can be teleported anywhere, but it also functions as a time dilation frequency device for time travel and creating these concurrent timelines where they can take you from your home as a civilian to work in the SSP, in one of the SSP factions. And planetary corporations is the one that has these portals, these gateway jumpway portals, because they closely work with Time Corp. So the synopsis for this episode is basically this. Use of time travel dilation jump gates on military Mars bases to create concurrent Earth and Mars 3D timeline in order to transport SSP assets for SSP service duty for prolonged periods of time. Then once service is completed, return them through the 0-point time dilation age regression to the point from where they were abducted from Earth for service duty. And again, the time travel technology is provided by the time corporations. So basically, that's the synopsis of these programs. You're beamed out from your home as a civilian for whatever period of time they want you to work at whatever job you're suited for, right? For me, it was Planetary Corporation Cybernetics Labs. And once your service is over, then what they do is, again, through the use of 0-point time dilation, they age regress you. They can either age regress you through the holographic medical pod or directly through the 0-point time dilation of the portal system itself, and remove your memories, do the memory wipe. So it can be done through the portal system, or the age regression can be done through the holographic medical pod. There's certain sequences in the portal dilation that work to age regress you. I was age regressed through the holographic medical pods, not through the portal system itself, but I was returned home through the gateway dilation portals. That's what I remember from my memories, direct memories, and hypnosis retrieval as well. So, and I also remember wearing the smart suits of the nanotechnology femtite nanosuits. These smart suits would protect my body from laser fire or from bullet projectiles. The smart suits have electromagnetic shield that protects the smart suit. You can't see it, but the frequency of it is there. The shield frequency is there because it's electromagnetic energy. So it's not visible to the spectrum of the human eye, but it's there. So I remember wearing the smart suits. That was my main uniform, a smart suit. And going up to the portal platform, right, gateway platform, and it was in a research R&D section of the base. That's where they kept the gateway portals. Stepping up close to the platform and getting my smart suit to dial in the frequency of where I needed to go telepathically through the Neuralink implant in the smart suit. I would send the portal directions of where I want to go. It would dial up, and once it's dialed up, I went through the portal and basically entered the portal, went through it, and ended up where I need to be. So that's how the portal system works. Going back and forth where I need to be. And once my SSP service was over, of course, I was age regressed through the holographic medical pod. Any scars that I had, anything memory-wise that was too important, that was mind wiped. And I was taken back through the portal home like nothing ever happened. And again, these portals are not big, so there's 3 to 4 of them in each of these R&D rooms, and they're activated telepathically for the most part with the Neuralink implants in the SSP Assets brain or through the smart suit. So it's all telepathic. Commands and communication to the portal system where you want to go to activate it and deactivate it. And sometimes there's larger portal systems, gateway portals that are in huge rooms where they actually take stuff through, like drones. If they're doing planetary exploration somewhere, they do send in drones before they send in SSP assets. If it's a planet that's further away outside our solar system. So they would send in drones and supplies ahead of the SSP assets to make sure the planet was safe, that the drones would check it out, the peripherals of the planet, the environment, everything. And once it was safe, then the SSP assets would go through the pre-programmed coordinates, and the supplies would be there for them on the other side on these moving anti-grav carts. Kind of like it's a, I call it a cart, or it's a mini hover hoverboard with supplies on it. So carts is a crude way of saying it, but it's more like a hovercraft with supplies on it, or an old-fashioned moving cart, anti-gravity cart that moves and floats. So, but it's a hovercraft with the supplies, and there's several of these hovercraft, and they carry weapons, they have food, water, and other types of supplies that you need to building tents, or other types of shelters from long-lasting, durable materials. So these hovercraft had all kinds of supplies on it, because the missions, exploration missions, could be short or long for SSP Assets if they're doing exploration of other planets. I didn't participate in planetary exploration. I mainly worked in the cybernetics labs. But I did see other SSP Assets going on planetary exploration missions through the portal systems. So I did witness that through the larger portals of stuff being moved through the portal systems. Hovercraft with supplies, moving large amounts of people, assets through the portal, the larger portal system. So there's several of these different portals. Some of them are for the time dilation 0 point transference of personnel from Earth to Mars and Mars to Earth, and probably other planets where there's humanoid military bases. Or it could be used for just transferring personnel and supplies through like a gateway portal, not time travel, but just gateway travel. So the portals have both options to do that. And you can transport one person, or you can transport several people through the bigger portal systems that are in the R&D rooms on the Mars military bases run by the planetary corporations. So this is episode 1, and thank you so much.